Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna take a closer look at this Seiko 5 SRPF19K1, which is the Street Fighter limited edition version. And this one is the Ryu version, Ryu or Ryu, depending how you want to call it. So yeah, so before we go into the watch, let's start with the strap here for today. So the strap is, I would say, it's quite nice because it pays homage to Ryu's gi, and the motto at the back of this leather lining, I think in Chinese, I think it's called Feng Ling Huo San. Well, I'm not good in Chinese anyway, but I guess this is what it means, literally word by word or character by character, but it could be a little different in Japanese, and I'm not well versed in Japanese language, so I wouldn't be sure what is that. But anyhow, it's quite nice. It's a really nice strap, don't get me wrong, and the texture, the fabric texture pays homage to Ryu's gi, but there are several things that I cannot get over with. You know, first it's the stiffness. Well, I can get over the stiffness by breaking it in, by keeping it in the, like, together with the watch and wrapping it over a watch pillow, but I cannot get over it of making the strap dirty. It's a white fabric, and because of its texture, it will stain easily, and I don't think I can soak this piece in water and wash it with soap because of the leather backing. So I've been wearing the watch mostly and almost entirely on this white button Elite silicone band. I think the texture complements the gi quite well here, and from afar, I think the texture, I would say they are almost similar, right? So enough with the strap, and let's get into the watch itself. The watch has a case diameter of 42 millimeters, and it has a thickness of 13.1 millimeters. The lug to lug distance, it's 45 or 46, I can't remember. Yeah, maybe around 46 millimeters. And it has a 22 millimeters lug width. The watch is in essence a Seiko 5KX. It has the same exact case as the 5KX. There is only some visual or very minor visual differences for this to be a limited edition Street Fighter watch. And yes, I understand for 10,000 pieces it is not that limited anyway. But hey, I'm not buying it because it's a limited edition. I bought it because I want the watch, because being a kid who played Street Fighter during the early 90s or late 90s, I just feel that I need to get one of this Street Fighter watch. So let's start with the watch from top to bottom. The bezel is very interesting here, as it has a red and black bezel that has a lot of battle scars. I think it tells a story of how much Ryu has been through. It is though that Ryu has been wearing this watch during his numerous battles. As for the slightly less obvious feature on the bezel is that it is black in color. Yep, it is not silver. I did not notice that when I initially got the watch, but I think because of that, I don't know what you call the edge, the texture or the fluted edge of that bezel, the black is not that obvious. But if you're looking it from top down, I think you can see that it's a black bezel. Let me just try to zoom in a little bit. So if you're looking it from top down, you can see that it is a black bezel. All right, I think the black bezels in a way give the watch a little more character. And yep, it's a 120 click unidirectional bezel, and I think it's as what you would expect from a Seiko SKX or a 5KX with, well, the back play, it's large, it's quite big here. Maybe, I'm not too sure. And let's see if it's lines up nicely, because a lot of these Seikos, they have misaligned bezel or misaligned chapter ring. And for this one, I would say it's okay. It lines up pretty well here. The dial is interesting too. It has a textured dial in a way, again, to pay homage to Ryu's gi. The hour markers are nicely applied, and there is a text at the 9 o'clock position that is similar to those on Ryu's fighting gloves. And I think this text balances off the day date window at the 3 o'clock position quite well here. The hour markers and hands are filled with Seiko Lumi Bright Lume compound that, as usual, does not disappoint. Well, let's take a closer look again at some of the texture of the dial here, and I would say they look fantastic. And the hour markers are really nicely applied, and because it's big and chunky, the lume is rather nice in the dark as well. So I might not be able to do a lume shot today, but yeah, so you will have to imagine how it looks like if you're familiar with most of the Seiko. So let's move up a little bit more here. The watch case has a circular brushing at the top of the lug, and the sides are high polished. The crown is just a regular push-pull crown, and it sits at 4, and again it is unsigned. The watch is powered by Seiko's in-house 4R36 movement that comes with a day-date complication and is both hand-windable and hackable. We can partially see the movement through the see-through case back here. On the case back, we can also see the Street Fighter V logo and also the combo move for Ryu's Shoryuken move. It is a screw-down case back, giving the watch 100 meters of water resistance. Alright, let's do a wrist shot. Okay, so this is how the watch sits on my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist. As with these case size or case proportion of Seiko SKX007009 or the newer 5KX, even though it's at 42 millimeters, with that short lug-to-lug distance, it wears rather well even on my small wrist here. So I do have to apologize again because I'm not putting the watch on its original fabric strap here because I do not want to get it dirty, and I still have not broken in the strap, and it's quite stiff here. So this is how the watch look on the overall. And from afar, I don't think we can really see that textured dial here. Is when we move that watch closer to the face, we can see and appreciate that textured dial that pays homage to Ryu's gi. Again, I purchased this watch is not because if it's a limited edition or not. I will still buy it if it's not a limited edition. It is just something special in my heart. This watch might not be for everybody, but if you are a fan of Street Fighter, I would really highly recommend it. I think another important aspect is that this is not some limited edition watch from a fashion watch brand, but from a respectable company. Seiko has been here for over a century, and for this long-time Japanese brand or Japanese watch company to recognize the iconic status of Street Fighter, I think this watch is really worth it. Well, you are welcome to disagree with me, but please keep it nice and friendly. We in the community are not here to quarrel and fight, but to share our passion together. So it really disheartened me when I get nasty comments on and off. Alright, so stay friendly and stay safe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.